Country music has given us legends whose voices told stories of love, loss, and life's struggles. But after they passed, surprising secrets surfaced about their lives. Do you know the interesting thing about this revelation? These are things you never noticed about them too. Join us as we expose the things we learned about 15 country artists after they died. Number 15. Roger Miller. Everyone obviously knew Roger Miller for his clever lyrics and catchy tunes. If you've ever heard his songs, you'd know he had a unique style that blended country with jazz, blues, and pop, making his music stand out. Songs like King of the Road and Dang Me became huge hits in the 1960s, earning him widespread recognition. Throughout his career, Roger won 11 Grammy Awards and was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Then, adding to his singing career, Roger showed more of his creativity by writing and performing songs for the 1973 Disney animated film Robin Hood. Later, he composed the music and lyrics for the Broadway musical Big River, which opened in 1985 and won 3 Tony Awards. Irrespective of all these career successes, his personal challenges took a toll on his life. These challenges included the struggles with substance use, and you know it can be pretty bad. He was a lifelong smoker, a habit that ultimately led to his diagnosis of lung and throat cancer. But you know the surprising part? Roger chose to keep his illness a secret. By doing so, he planned to focus more on his music and family, rather than sharing his health struggles publicly. Little did he know that the sickness will bring his life to an end someday. He passed away on October 25, 1992, at the age of 56. It was even after his death that his fans and the public learned about the extent of his health issues and his decision to face them quietly. Although this revelation established his legacy in the hearts of his fans the most, it would have been better if everyone knew what he was going through before he passed away. If you're thinking that Roger made too much sacrifice at the expense of his health, wait till you see the artist that helped people without even letting the world know. Number 14. Conway Twitty. Conway Twitty was a celebrated country music artist known for his rich baritone voice and heartfelt ballads. He captivated the hearts of his audiences with hits like Hello, Darlin', You've Never Been This Far Before, and Linda on My Mind. His collaborations with Loretta Lynn produced memorable duets that earned them multiple awards and marked their place in country music history. Beyond his musical achievements, Twitty was a compassionate individual who quietly supported those in need. And because of this, he established Twitty City in Hendersonville, Tennessee, an entertainment complex that included his residence, a theater, and offices. Twitty City became a popular tourist destination, especially during the holiday season when it featured elaborate Christmas light displays. The proceeds from these tours were donated to support families of local police officers and firefighters who had lost their lives in the line of duty. Just like the saying that good people don't last long, something terrible happened to Twitty. Tragically, Twitty's life was cut short when he fell ill after a performance in Branson, Missouri. He was rushed to a hospital in Springfield where he passed away on June 5, 1993, at the age of 59. The cause was an abdominal aortic aneurysm, a condition where the main blood vessel supplying blood to the abdomen and legs enlarges and can become worse if untreated. After his passing, numerous stories came out highlighting his generosity. Twitty had discreetly provided financial assistance to struggling families and fellow musicians without seeking recognition. These acts of kindness, often unknown to the public during his lifetime, revealed a man whose compassion matched his musical talent. Conway Twitty's legacy endures not only through his timeless music, but also through the countless lives he touched with his benevolence. Number 13. Marty Robbins. You'd certainly know Marty Robbins for his famous hits like El Paso, A White Sport Coat, and Big Iron. Beyond his musical achievements, Robbins has a huge passion for auto racing, particularly NASCAR. Everything started in 1966 when he participated in 36 NASCAR races over 16 years, securing 6 top 10 finishes, including an impressive top 5 placement. Robbins often raced in cars built by legendary NASCAR mechanic Cotton Owens. His vehicles were distinctive, painted in two-tone magenta and chartreuse, and typically bore the number 42, though he occasionally used numbers 6, 22, and 777. In the 1972 Winston 500, Robbins surprised many by lapping 15 mph faster than his qualifying time. He later admitted to removing the NASCAR-mandated restrictors from his carburetor, stating he just wanted to see what it was like to run up front for once. Robin's dedication to racing was evident, but he forgot to take care of health along the line, and it really took a toll on his health. On December 2, 1982, he suffered his third heart attack while driving near his home in Brentwood, Tennessee. Despite undergoing emergency quadruple bypass surgery, he passed away 6 days later on December 8, at the age of 57. While some fans were aware of Robin's racing endeavors during his lifetime, many were astonished to learn the extent of his commitment to NASCAR after his death. His dual legacy as both a country music icon and a dedicated racer was the highlight of everything, and it even made people start questioning the need to be so successful but forget to feed what makes the money, which was his body and health. Number 12. John Denver. John Denver was a renowned singer-songwriter whose heartfelt songs about nature and love make people like him the most. Hits like Take Me Home, Country Roads, Annie's Song, and Rocky Mountain High showcased his gentle voice and deep connection to the outdoors. Throughout the 1970s, Denver became one of America's best-selling artists, with his greatest hits album selling over 9 million copies. Despite his success, Denver felt out of place in the country music scene. His style blended folk and pop, which didn't fit the traditional country mold. This led to feelings of being unaccepted by the Nashville establishment. His music was sometimes seen as too polished or mainstream, causing tension with country purists. Tragically, on October 12, 1997, Denver died in a plane crash off the coast of California. He was piloting a small aircraft when it went down, ending his life at 53. After his death, friends revealed his struggles with identity and acceptance in the music industry. They shared that, despite his fame, Denver often felt like an outsider in the country music world. People that knew him then felt sorry for the kind of life he lived and wished they had a way to make him belong more to the country music scene. Today, his music continues to inspire, reminding us of his unique voice and the personal battles he faced. Number 11. Loretta Lynn. The coal miner's daughter was like a general name for Loretta Lynn because everyone knew her with the name. She was a legendary country music singer whose songs caught the attention of fans worldwide. With her authentic storytelling and powerful voice, she earned numerous awards and a place in the hearts of many. But then, everything came to a pause in 2017 when she suffered a stroke at her home in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee, which led her to cancel upcoming tour dates and delay the release of her album, Wouldn't It Be Great? Just the following year, on January 1, 2018, she fell and broke her hip. These health challenges forced her to step back from touring after 57 years on the road. Despite these setbacks, Loretta remained so resilient to the extent that her fans never noticed. She continued to connect with her fans through her music and maintained a presence in the industry, even if she couldn't perform live as she once did. Her determination and passion for country music never wavered. She later passed away peacefully in her sleep at her beloved ranch in Hurricane Mills on October 4, 2022, at the age of 90. After her death, it became more widely known how much she had endured in her final years. While fans were aware of some health issues, many didn't realize the extent of her struggles and the pain she managed while continuing to engage with her audience. It was at that point that it became clear to many that she passed through a lot to put smiles on the faces of her fans, even without opening up. Number 10. Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers was known for his raspy voice and storytelling abilities. And honestly, everyone loves stories. His songs like The Gambler, Lucille, and Islands in the Stream became classics, earning him a place in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Over his career, Rogers sold over 100 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling music artists of all time. In 2015, Rogers announced his farewell tour, The Gambler's Last Deal, indicating his intention to retire from touring to spend more time with his family. By 2018, he had to cancel the remaining dates due to health concerns. Although the specifics were not widely disclosed at the time, it was evident that his health was declining. On March 20, 2020, Kenny Rogers passed away peacefully at his home in Sandy Springs, Georgia, under hospice care. His family stated that he died from natural causes. After his passing, it was revealed that Rogers had been battling bladder cancer, a condition he had kept private from the public. This news surprised many fans who were unaware of the severity of his health issues. Despite his illness, Rogers maintained a low profile, choosing to spend his final years away from the public eye, surrounded by his loved ones. Number 9. Charlie Daniels. If you have seen Charlie Daniels perform once, You'd know that he has this electrifying way of doing things. Making his life more interesting, he was not only a country music icon but also a dedicated supporter of the U.S. military. His deep respect for service members was evident throughout his life, though much of his charitable work remained out of the public eye. Because of his love for veterans, he co-founded the Charlie Daniels Journey Home Project in 2014. This foundation was meant to assist veterans transitioning back to civilian life. The nonprofit provides financial aid, rehabilitation support, and connects donors to veteran organizations. Its mission is to help veterans return, rehabilitate, and reintegrate into society. However, beyond organizational efforts, Daniels personally contributed to the well-being of veterans. He collaborated with Code of Vets to support veterans during the COVID-19 pandemic by offering financial assistance to those in need. Daniels also played an important role in establishing the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center at Middle Tennessee State University. Opened in 2015, the center provides transition services for veterans and their families, aiding their return to civilian life. Charlie was a man full of strength and compassion, but when death came knocking, he couldn't resist it. He passed away on July 6, 2020 at the age of 83 due to a hemorrhagic stroke. It was even when he died that many fans became aware of the full extent of his commitment to veterans. His legacy of generosity continues through his foundation, which has raised around $4 million to support military veterans and first responders. As this list is slowly coming to the last one, have you ever wondered why most of these legends hide their actions from their fans? Number 8. Merle Haggard. Merle faced a lot of health challenges unknown to his fans. At first, he battled lung cancer, leading to surgery in 2008, and struggled with recurring bouts of pneumonia. Despite these illnesses, he continued to perform, showing so much dedication to his craft. Then, in early 2016, Haggard's health deteriorated due to pneumonia. Remarkably, he predicted his own passing, telling his family he would die on his 79th birthday, April 6. Confirming his words, he passed away on that exact day. When he passed away, his fans and fellow musicians reflected on his profound impact on country music. His ability to convey authentic human experiences through song marked his legacy as a true poet of the common man. Number 7. George Jones. George Jones earned the nickname the Possum because of his ability to convey so much emotion through songs. But away from the fame, Jones had a hidden demon fighting against him. Throughout his life, Jones fought with alcohol addiction, which led to uncultured behaviors to the extent of missing performances. His struggles led to a near-fatal car accident on March 6, 1999. It all happened while he was driving under the influence near Franklin, Tennessee. At that moment, he lost control of his vehicle and crashed into a concrete bridge. The accident resulted in severe injuries, including a collapsed lung and internal bleeding. This harrowing experience served as a remarkable moment which prompted Jones to embrace sobriety. Then in 2012, Jones announced his farewell tour, the Grand Tour, signaling his intent to retire from active performing. However, the tour was cut short due to health complications. And on April 26, 2013, Jones passed away at the age of 81 from hypoxic respiratory failure. Following his death, stories about his past struggles and the numerous close calls he had faced due to his lifestyle came out to the public. And because of that, fans and the music community reflected on his challenging journey, recognizing both his immense talent and the personal battles he fought. Number 6. Glen Campbell. Glen Campbell had a lot of hit songs, but that didn't stop him from having his fair share of life's battles. In 2011, at the age of 75, Glen was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. But rather than retreating from the spotlight, he courageously embarked on a farewell tour, aptly named the Goodbye Tour. This feels weird, because it seems like he had all the time to bid the world a farewell. During this period, Glen allowed filmmakers to document his experience, resulting in the well-known 2014 documentary, Glen Campbell, I'll Be Me. The film provided an intimate look into his life, capturing moments of joy, frustration, and resilience as he went through the progression of Alzheimer's. His final song, I'm Not Gonna Miss You, really addressed his condition. As the disease advanced, Glen's ability to perform diminished, leading him to enter a specialized care facility in 2014. Throughout this challenging time, his family remained steadfastly by his side, offering unwavering support. Glenn Campbell later passed away on August 18, 2017, at the age of 81. His openness about his Alzheimer's journey brought significant awareness to the disease, encouraging conversations and research into its impact. Just after the time he passed away, his wife, Kim Campbell, authored the memoir, Gentle on My Mind, In Sickness and in Health with Glenn Campbell, offering deeper insights into their shared experiences and the challenges they faced together. This book served as a good show-off of Glenn's legacy and exposed some things about him that no one knew about. Number 5. Tammy Wynette. Throughout Tammy's life, she faced unbearable health challenges. In 1970, following the birth of her fourth daughter, she underwent a hysterectomy that led to a severe infection, causing painful scarring and chronic intestinal issues. Around the same time, she developed bile duct obstructions that damaged her gallbladder, resulting in persistent abdominal pain. And you know the craziest thing about Tammy's health issues? She endured more than 30 major surgeries, including procedures to remove nodules from her vocal cords and address kidney problems. That really sounds too much for one person. So to manage her ongoing pain, Tammy placed on constant painkillers. Unfortunately, this led to a dependency on these medications, which finally joined her with her health struggles and personal challenges. On April 6, 1998, Tammy passed away in her sleep at her Nashville home. She was 55 years old. At first, her death was attributed to a blood clot in her lung. However, in 1999, her body was taken for an autopsy at the request of her daughters. The examination revealed that she had died of heart failure caused by repeated blood clots. They also found traces of prescription substances in her system, but they were not considered a contributing factor to her death. Number 4. Waylon Jennings. 1958 was the first time Jennings crossed paths with rock and roll legend Buddy Holly, and it had a very good outcome. Because Holly helped, he produced his first recording session and invited him to play bass in his band. This collaboration led to the fateful Winter Dance Party tour in 1959. Due to logistical issues and harsh winter conditions, Holly chartered a small plane to travel between tour stops. Jennings was meant to fly as well, but he gave up his seat to JP, the Big Bopper Richardson, who was battling the flu. Before takeoff, Holly and Jennings jokingly made some comments that felt like they had already seen Holly's death. So, tragically, the plane did crash, claiming the lives of Holly Richardson and Richie Valens. The last words Jennings had with Holly haunted him for the rest of his life, leaving him with profound survivor's guilt. Following this tragedy, Jennings returned to Texas, taking some time away from music. He later moved to Arizona, forming the rockabilly band The Wailers, which became the house band at JD's, a club in Tempe. His breakthrough came after signing with RCA Victor in 1965, leading to a series of successful albums. In the 1970s, Jennings became a pioneer of the outlaw country movement, collaborating with artists like Willie Nelson, Tom Paul Glazer, and Jesse Coulter on the album Wanted the Outlaws, country music's first platinum album. His hits included Good-Hearted Woman, I'm a Ramblin' Man, and Luckenbach, Texas. He also contributed the theme song and narration for the television series The Dukes of Hazzard. Despite his success, Jennings struggled with substance addiction, which he overcame in 1984. He continued to make music, joining the supergroup The Highwaymen with Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson. Health issues, including diabetes-related complications, led to the amputation of his left foot in 2001. Later, Jennings passed away on February 13, 2002, at his home in Chandler, Arizona. After his death, stories of his deep-seated survivor's guilt resurfaced, shedding light on the emotional burden he carried from that tragic day in 1959. Number 3. Hank Williams. Hank Williams was a legendary country music singer and songwriter whose heartfelt songs touched millions. Born on September 17, 1923 in Mount Olive, Alabama, Hank showed an early passion for music. He learned to play the guitar from a local African-American blues musician named Rufus Payne, who greatly influenced his style. It was in his teenage years that Hank began performing at local radio stations and events. His big break came when he formed a band called the Drifting Cowboys, gaining popularity across the southern United States. Songs like Your Cheatin' Heart, Hey Good Lookin', and I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry became timeless classics, showcasing his ability to convey deep emotions through simple lyrics. Despite his success, Hank faced personal challenges. He suffered from spina bifida occulta, a painful back condition, leading him to rely on alcohol and painkillers. These struggles affected his performances and personal relationships. In 1952, the Grand Ole Opry dismissed him due to his unreliability, marking a low point in his career. As 1952 ended, Hank planned to perform at a New Year's Day concert in Canton, Ohio. Due to bad weather, he couldn't fly and hired a driver, Charles Carr, to take him by car. On December 31, they stopped in Knoxville, Tennessee, where a doctor gave Hank a sedative for his back pain. In the early hours of January 1, 1953, while driving through West Virginia, Carr noticed Hank was unresponsive. Upon stopping in Oak Hill, it was confirmed that Hank had passed away at the age of 29. The official cause was heart failure, though it's believed that his alcohol and medication use contributed to his untimely death. After his passing, fans and the music community mourned the loss of such a talented artist. His funeral in Montgomery, Alabama, drew thousands, highlighting his profound impact. Posthumously, his music continued to chart, and he was honored with inductions into the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hank Williams' legacy endures, with his songs still resonating with listeners and influencing countless artists. Number 2, Patsy Cline. When you talk about a singer whose voice can touch the heart of many people, then Pasty should be on your list. Pasty came into this world on September 8, 1932, in Winchester, Virginia. She began singing at local events and on the radio as a teenager. Her deep, rich voice quickly gained attention, leading her to pursue a career in music. In the 1950s, Patsy faced challenges in the male-dominated country music scene. However, her determination paid off when she signed with Decca Records. She achieved success with hits like Walkin' After Midnight, I Fall to Pieces, and Crazy, which showcased her ability to convey deep emotions. Her music blended country with pop, appealing to a wide audience. Despite professional success, Patsy encountered personal hardships, including a severe car accident in 1961 that left her with serious injuries. She showed resilience by returning to the stage shortly after. Tragically, on March 5, 1963, Patsy died in a plane crash near Camden, Tennessee, at the age of 30. She was returning home from a benefit concert when the aircraft encountered bad weather and crashed, ending the lives of everyone on board. After her death, friends revealed that Patsy had premonitions about her fate. She also wrote farewell letters to loved ones weeks before the crash. Patsy's legacy endures through her timeless music and influence on future artists. Her ability to express raw emotion continues to resonate with listeners, ensuring her place as a beloved figure in country music history. For the last number on this list, we'll be exposing a different thing about this artist. So keep watching to know what it is.
Number 1, Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, known as the Man in Black, was a legendary country music artist whose deep voice and heartfelt songs captivated audiences worldwide. Born on February 26, 1932, in Kingsland, Arkansas, he grew up during the Great Depression, an experience that deeply influenced his music. Cash's career took off in the mid-1950s with hits like I Walk the Line and Folsom Prison Blues, blending country, rock, and gospel influences. His music often reflected themes of sorrow, redemption, and the human experience. In 1968, Johnny Cash married June Carter, a member of the famous Carter family and a talented musician in her own right. Their partnership was both a romantic and musical collaboration, producing duets like Jackson and If I Were a Carpenter. Their relationship endured personal struggles, including Cash's battle with addiction, but their deep bond remained evident throughout their lives. After June's passing in May 2003, Johnny's health declined.
I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Don't worry about me. Go to work." And at the funeral.
And he died on September 12, 2003, due to complications from diabetes. And you know what? After his death, private love letters between Johnny and June surfaced, revealing the profound affection they shared. One notable letter, written by Johnny to June on her 65th birthday in 1994. These letters showcased a more intimate side of Johnny Cash, highlighting the tender and romantic aspects of his personality. Fans also discovered his handwritten correspondences to friends and family, further illustrating his personal connections and the depth of his character. The Johnny Cash Museum in Nashville houses many of these artifacts, offering a glimpse into the personal life of this iconic musician. The revelation of these letters after his passing provided fans with a deeper understanding of Johnny Cash's life beyond his public persona. They also showed the enduring love between Johnny and June, offering a heartfelt reminder of the man behind the music. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.